Alright, so now I'm going to be doing my tail lights and brake lights with the Plasti Dip Smoke and the glossifier to give it a shine. Now one thing I'm not doing about these is I'm not going to prep these. I gave the signal markers a light prep because I was pretty sure I wouldn't be going back on those. But these I might change my mind, might want to put them back if they get too dark, if they don't look quite the way I want them to. I'm going to be careful with these not to go too dark just because, you know, it's a safety matter and it's a legal matter and I don't want to make them too dark. And that's half the reason I got the Plasti Dip over any other tinting is just because it's removable, so that's great if I decide it's not what I want, it doesn't look the way I want it to. But I'm just going to put these on without a little bit of prep. This one's already dull, the spare tire brake light. And that only comes on when I hit the brake anyways. And this is actually, I have, since I picked this up, in the year I've had it, the first, probably up till the last 2 months, this hasn't actually worked because I didn't have the bulb was burnt out. And only recently did I get a replacement because it's not too big of a deal. But like I said, I'm not going to be prepping these just because I might want to just peel it back. And that might affect it, it might not stick as well. I'm already pretty aware of that. If anything, I might just take a little bit of steel wool just to kind of do it a little bit, but I don't really want to mess up too much. But my signal markers came out so good, I got to try it with the tail lights. That's obviously the main thing most people would go for when smoking or tinting. And smoking is a little different than tinting in this case just because it's giving it more of a, something like that kind of look as opposed to a very dark black gloss kind of tint. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a first coat or two and then I'll show you how it looks after that. Alright, so just to wrap up the taillights here, this is, like I said, the 5 coats on these, 4 coats on these, and then 2 coats evenly, kind of, not heavy but not light, you know, probably the right amount for a gloss on these. 2 coats seems to do it. I don't think 3 is really necessary or any more than that. But yeah, they look pretty good to me. Like I said, you can still kind of, still translucent enough, but dark, especially this one's a little dark to begin with. But yep, they're all set. They're mostly dry. I'm gonna go ahead and put them back on and take a look at them and see how they look with on the Jeep, and then also how the lights look on. All right, so they're on there, and you know what? They actually ended up looking a lot better than I thought they were gonna look. They wouldn't go too dark. I'm glad I didn't go any darker. I think this is just the right amount of smoke. I think gives it just that edgy look, just enough without being too over the top. Up here, it doesn't matter as much as the other ones because this is only a brake light, but it still looks good, and it just really starts to complete that that whole black look. Now I got the this on the side here, the side portion of the back, which is actually part of the whole piece. It doesn't just come off like the front plate, which I probably will do in the future. But just for now, like this just looks, it's just a slight difference, but it's just slight enough to give it just the kind of look I was looking for, exactly what I wanted. This smoke is probably better than any tint I would have gone for. So I really like the smoke. They came out really nice. And like I said before, anytime I want, I could just peel this stuff off back to factory style. So yeah, these look really nice. This is really good looking. I really like this, the way this came out. And I'm just going to throw on the turn signals so you can get a look of how bright they are. So there you get a look at it, even smoked out. And mind you, this isn't a real heavy smoke. Like I said, it was 5 coats, but it takes a lot of coats to really start darkening these, which is kind of the idea. And I like how you have that kind of like damage control like that. It's really nice. And you can see, still plenty bright. I mean, definitely at night, that's going to light up big. Even during the day right now, you can see that just fine. So I like the way these came out. The Plasti Dip Smoke and the taillights look just as good as signal markers, and I'm really happy with this.